Today I'll be talking about Module 5 outline. First question I said I believe that sex's biological characteristics such as hormones or reproductive organs are used in anatomy and physiology for definition, female or male. I think gender is based on identity. A person's sex can be male, but they identify as woman for gender. Gender is shown as a social classification. I believe they can be confused because they both can be used to define a person, but sex cannot identify someone's gender. Convention sex is seen as a biological category, while gender is seen as a social category. Gender can have many categories, but sex is only broken into two categories, male and female. In the text, gender was broken into two parts, gender identity and gender expressions. They're both used to express your gender and what you represent. I identify as a female and a woman. Being a female just indicates my biological characteristics like having a uterus. A woman is what I identify as or how I express myself or represent. You can always identify that easily by your clothes, your hairstyle, your behavior, etc. I believe it gets confused because society assumes biology determines behavior. People are taught about two categories and assume that sex determines gender. Sometimes sex and gender do not match, and that can confuse some people. My gender and sex match who I am as a person. Second question, I said I think symbolic interactions focus on personal interactions and how people create meaning through them. I believe gender is something we present to others through our social interactions, personality, and media influences. Uh, According to symbolic interactions, gender is expressed through the way people dress, speak, and choose their interests and hobbies. It shows how gender is presented differently in each person. For example, someone may express masculinity or femininity in unique ways. Others learn to recognize this through everyday interactions or shared symbols. Cohen mentioned in the text how we can express gender identity. We enhance parts of our body or personality to match the gender we want. The theory of symbolic interaction shows the social system that people follow to express their identity. He mentioned how the theory is used when it comes to height, where men should be taller to show dominance over women, which is considered a social expectation. I think reactions suggest that gender is personalized because it focuses on personal identities, habits, and interest in looks and appearance. For example, two females can identify as a woman, but symbolic interactions could show the difference between them and how they identify themselves. One woman can be interested in fashion or skincare, while the other can be interested in sports or having an athletic life. Both are females but express their identity differently, and that can be shown using the theory. I'm interested in many girly things, like makeup, skincare, and fashion, but one of my friends is interested in video games, and we both identify as females but are interested in different things. Third question I said, I think gender socialization can be very complex and reach an extreme level. It shapes each person's identity and their thoughts, beliefs, and expectations. Men and women are treated differently. They follow different rules and norms. They can be judged differently for their actions due to societal norms. Could mention in the text that how parents are the first to influence our thinking. They present gender socialization to their children. Parents shape the way we think until we start developing our own ideas, which can be similar or different from our parents. And our actions are a big factor in shaping our personality, and we develop our own ideas while interacting at school, work, and with family. I think gender socialization can lead to hatred between men and women. Men are seen as more dominant and in control, while women are weak and dependent. In some cultures, men are expected to lead and the women listen. We can see gender socialization in such small interactions at home, like the wife is cooking and the husband is sitting down watching TV. My beliefs come from family, religion, and culture. I usually like to be open minded and discuss things I don't agree with that my family or culture follows. I believe all those factors do impact your beliefs, but it's not always fully accepted. In the end, you have the choice to form your own ideas and thoughts. I do not agree with some expectations we have and will not follow them, such as that women do not need to be educated or be independent. Last question I said, I think education and occupational segregation can occur through socialization and stereotypes. For example, females are expected to be nurses while men become engineers. I believe those ideas are stereotyped. People tend to follow to fit in. If that career is mostly men, then it's a low chance that women would want to join. Men are paid more than women. We chose the gender inequality we live in. Women do not get the same jobs and education opportunities that can lead to higher wages. When we say male nurses or female pilots, it's because of the traditional stereotypes. Cole mentioned in the text that men are earn more than women because of the different jobs they can get. Men are more likely to get a higher position than women. He mentioned that while they can give women lower wages for the same job as men because it's illegal, segregation still exists. Women outnumbered men in college and they were interested in getting a degree and having a career. I think segregation still exists till now. Stereotypes play a big role in gender inequalities we face now. In some workplaces, they might think a woman is not as productive or does not have the same quality and skills as a man. They hire a man instead because he can handle more load than women, which can be completely wrong and unfair. Some people think one job belongs to a gender, which shows the idea of segregation. I see segregation in my own job, where men can have higher status jobs or positions because they can handle a much higher workload than women. That'll be it. Thank you.